Her 9000's game room.
So, I wanted to quickly talk about OutRun 2 SP, the arcade machine. Now, I had a go on it when I was on holiday, and I was actually lucky enough to be in one of the deluxe cabinet versions. Basically, it was two-player, and it had two big, large physical cars that you could get into, and they'd move and shake. You know, Sega have been doing these kind of action cabinets for a long time, but they are an absolute thing of beauty, especially when they are the deluxe versions. And that is something that, although you can port the game to the home, because OutRun 2, you know, it was on the Xbox, for example, but you're not going to have a giant car in your front room, are you? But the game, whatever you're playing it on, is an absolute thrill to play. It's fun, and it just has a brilliant flow to it. The classic OutRun formula of racing against the clock, where you're constantly trying to make it to the next checkpoint in time, just really lends itself to fun. Basically, you'll be trying your best, you'll be eking and praying and hoping you can get to the next checkpoint, and it's got that classic chef's kiss that you very seldom feel like anything unfair has happened. Yeah, some cars might bash into you, but you always feel that if you try a little bit more, and if you improve your gameplay a little bit more, if you master the game, you could get there even faster. You could get to a further checkpoint. You could possibly, because this game's got choice, start taking some of the hard paths instead of the easy ones, either because you're better and you want the challenge, or just because it's great to see the difference between taking one path in the game and another. OutRun 2 is just an absolute beauty of an arcade machine, and I think I was playing £1 a go to have a go on it, and it's something I found myself wanting to return to. And even with a version in the home or emulated or whatever, I think for the sheer spectacle of it, for the movement of the car, for the look of the car, it's just a joy to climb in, to hold that wheel. It's just, you know, tactile things like that can really help. Yes, it's a fiberglass shell, but sitting in it and feeling it rock and sway really helps the immersion. And to be honest, that's how arcades have survived, isn't it? I love classic arcade machines with joysticks and buttons, interchangeable jammer boards, but people in a lot of cases aren't willing to pay the money to play something which isn't any better than what it is in their home. Arcade games used to be so much more powerful than our consoles, and that was what kept people going back to the arcades. But now, all the seaside towns have basically turned to gambling machines, penny fountains, bingo. Arcade machines, to continue surviving, have had to turn to your tactile light guns, rocking cars, moving motorbikes. The attract type games that Sega really got going are what has survived, for good or for worse. And you can't get a much better example of that than OutRun 2, especially when it's in one of its deluxe cabinets. It's an absolute joy to behold, and something I could happily talk about all day. But I won't take up your time any further. Instead, there's Kerr9000 saying, keep on racing, keep on gaming, love life, and be excellent to each other and to yourself. Laters, taters. Hi, it's Kerr9000. Thank you for checking out my video and for making it to the end. If you'd like to subscribe, then there'll be a little thing for you to click on right near the end, and you'll also see a link to one of my videos and one of my playlists. I make reviews of horror films, both modern and retro video game reviews, science fiction film reviews, and all kinds of other stuff. I even show off some of my collection. You can also find me on the Retro Gamer Unofficial Forum, which is a great place for retro gaming chat, and it keeps on growing every day. It's well worth checking out. Once again, thank you very much, and Have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye.